Welcome, guys. F1 heads to Hungary for the final race weekend before the summer break. And we've got plenty of narratives to go through this weekend. A big weekend for Aston Martin with upgrades. Ferrari, this should be their track. Kimi Antonelli, you can never count him out. For this weekend, though, I've got 7 key questions to go through and my predictions. Let's get to it. Welcome, guys. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoy the video, hit the like one. We'll get straight into it. The first question is, can anybody stop Mercedes? This weekend, it shouldn't be about them, but you can never count Kimi Antonelli out. We thought the same at Monaco, but this kid, short, slow corners, he's an absolute master. He's got the better of his teammate, and in Monaco he pulled out a spectacular lap to nick pole position of Max Verstappen. They come with momentum. He's the man on form. Every Grand Prix race weekend we've turned up at, he's performed. The only one that he was, finished and didn't get the better of his teammate was Austria. But bar that, the kid has been phenomenal. There's no two ways about that. He's made this car the benchmark. It's been fragile, but this kid, when it works, he's been absolutely flying. He was flawless in Spa. He was brilliant in Silverstone. Bad luck went his way there, but he now heads the championship 50 points ahead of his teammate. He's on a flyer, and this weekend he'll be hoping to kick off and finish this short part of the first half of the season as he deserves to be fair. Can he make it 7 wins out of 11 Grand Prix? It'd be hard to bet against him because this kid is something else. I wouldn't put it past the whole thought of this should be Ferrari's circuit because of the slow medium corners. Monaco's full of them. And he can pull out the spectacular on race day. He just absolutely blew everyone apart. He was phenomenal. So they can perform when it comes to the slow speed, low grip circuits. The track will ramp up over the weekend. He'll ramp up over the weekend. And right now, can anybody stop him? The key question is, there's one team, and we'll get to them next. Is Ferrari going to dominate here? That's question 2. All fingers point to a Ferrari being right up at the front. We thought that at Monaco, though, when they didn't lock out the front row, it was Kimi Antonelli and Max Verstappen. So are they back? But this has been built as their circuit, really. We knew they were struggling in Silverstone. They didn't. They actually had a really strong performance in Silverstone. Charles Leclerc won. Spa expected the same. It started that way. Qualifying wasn't great, but they missed out on a double podium due to Lewis Hamilton's penalty. Realistically, Charles Leclerc was on the podium. He can be a specialist around here. And we know Lewis is brilliant here in Hungary. He's won 8 times, one of his favourite circuits. So expect him to bounce back. He needs to bounce back. He said after Spa he needs to step it up this weekend. I wouldn't bet against him stepping up, and I wouldn't bet against him being the man on pole. High downforce, slow corners, tyre management, and they tick all the boxes on that front. And if they can win here, they head then into the break, but they come back at the Dutch Grand Prix, which is another circuit that should favour them. And then you think, Ferrari, are they genuine title challengers? And this is going to be a big tick in that direction if they can perform here. After that, there's a couple of circuits which are high speed dependent after that till the end of the season. So, and they've done well in them circuits as well. So I think Hungary will tell us more about Ferrari than Spa ever could. And that's going to be the critical and the exciting point of tuning in this weekend. Do you go for Charles Leclerc? Do you pick Lewis Hamilton? Well, for me, it's got to be Lewis. I think he's going to be the man driving this team to the front. He's got to pick up that momentum that he seemingly have lost a little bit in Silverstone with penalties, in Spa with penalties, investigations, 2 sort of sloppy weekends on his side. He needs to erect that and finish the first half of the season in the way he started it. He's been the dominant Ferrari and be hoping to capture that momentum. Again, Charles Leclerc has been absolutely flying. All the questions were asked really after Monaco. He got the contract. He went on a run of 3 shocking performances, but then he's pulled it back. He's picked up some pole positions. He's taken a race win. He was on the podium last night in Spa, the faster of the 2 Ferraris when it counted. So we'll see what they can do. Next up, has McLaren lost their advantage? And I'm talking about the advantage of in-season development. They've seemed to have lost their way a little bit this season. They were the masters of it for the last couple of seasons. They've got 2 back-to-back World Championship crowns on the back of it. You can never count them out. They didn't bring the significant upgrades that was rumoured that they would have in Spa. Expect that here. If not, it's got to be Hungaroring. Upgrades have come, but they've not quite worked as expected. So I'm not sure if the development's been slower or why suddenly they're not getting the correlation that we've seen them master for the last 2 years. Still really strong on tyre management. We've seen they've got performance in this car. We've seen what they did in Spa. I think, though, this weekend might be a difficult one. Hungary, though, does tend to suit this McLaren car historically. Not that that counts for anything this weekend, but this is a weekend where they can be perfectly happy if they'll answer some critics. You can never count out Lando Norris. The kid has been flying. Oscar needs to turn up. The real Oscar Piastri, where are you? We've not seen him this season, and Lando Norris has got the better of him. And well, if he gets the better of him again this weekend, it's going to be a tough race because it all comes down to the strong Saturday, this one. And that's the next question. Who wins qualifying? Well, at the moment, I've put Ferrari strong favourites. I wouldn't count Kimi Antonelli out. You can't count Max Verstappen out. It's a short lap, this one. Really difficult to overtake. The dirty side of the grid is huge. You want to be on the odd numbers this weekend, even if you'd rather be third than second, I'd say at times. Track evolution here is strong, so watch the times tumble all the way through qualifying. You want to be last over the line, so expect some drama. Some might not make it. Small margins will make the difference here. Mercedes, I don't think they have the best car for this circuit, but Kimi Antonelli made a hell of a difference in Monaco. The kid is a master at the slow corners. He's perfected this car, this version of it, and he just seems to make it work every single Grand Prix weekend. So I wouldn't put it past them. I think my strong favourites really are Ferrari. They have the car. This is their strength. This circuit should absolutely suit them. It's not power sensitive. It's aero package what they've got. They're fast in the slow medium corners, the strongest chassis on the grid. So watch out for them. Red Bull, it's Max Verstappen, but can't out Isaac Hadjar at the moment. He's been there or thereabouts with Max Verstappen certain Grand Prix weekend, but we've seen what Max did in Monaco. He put it on the second row. The team at the moment, they just maximised everything. Spa was a really good, cohesive race weekend for Max and the team. The togetherness was strong there. All the questions asked about Max leaving this Red Bull outfit, I'm not so sure he will, but that's a question for another day. But right here, this weekend, I wouldn't count Max Verstappen out. You can never count this guy out, so he will be in a shout. Monaco shown that, so we'll see what they can do. McLaren, I think they'll struggle this weekend. They did struggle around Monaco. It was one of their worst weekends. And, well, they'll just be hoping to make the most of someone's mistake. They've just got to maximise the package they have and get high up onto the grid as far as they can, really, because pole position counts more than anything. It's almost as strong as Monaco this race weekend. And there's only one more thing that can change that, and that's the next question. What strategy wins the race? Pirelli are coming with the softest in the range this weekend. C3 for the hard, C4 for the mediums, and C5 for the softs. Will it be won on Saturday, this race? Will it be won on Sunday? Well, it's a different weekend than what we've seen previously. Last time out, we seen the one-stop strategy work when generally it's a two-stop strategy around here. Cooler track conditions, the tyre degradation wasn't as high as expected, and the one-stop was equally as fast as the two-stop. So watch out for that. Generally, like I say, it is a one-stop circuit. We've got dirty air. We will get safety cars, undercut, overcut opportunities. Watch out for that. That will be strong. Again, we've seen the VSC fall right for Ferrari. They've been on the better side of them calls when they've happened, and I wouldn't bet against them making the right calls this time around. They have improved in that area significantly. So all fingers for me pointing at Ferrari right now. Who needs this weekend the most is the next question. Well, you've got to say, there's a number of drivers. George Russell won. He needs to perform this weekend, but I think he's going to struggle. He's not had the better of his teammate on these slow corners. Kimi Antonelli is an absolute master of them, and he'll be looking to extend his lead going into the break. Lewis Hamilton needs to step it up in his own words, and this is a circuit that he absolutely loves. He drives well around here. He likes these versions of cars. He just needs to deliver a clean weekend, so the pressure is on him there. Max Verstappen, I think Red Bull need this race weekend to go well more than Max. They go into a summer break and they're doing their damnedest to show Max that Red Bull is a team to stay out. We can produce a car that will continue to win. And we'll see if he can deliver on that front, or they can deliver a car for Max. Who's under the most pressure this weekend? Get in the comments on that one. Bold prediction, I'm going for a Ferrari front row lockout for qualifying 1 and 2. Lewis Hamilton to lead the way on Charles Leclerc, and there will be a safety car. Might as well bank in a safe one there. Finally, on to the predictions for qualifying. In third place, I'm having Kimi Antonelli. I've already nailed my maths for 2 and 3. It's Charles Leclerc in second place. Lewis Hamilton to take pole position. He's going to come back with a vengeance. He knows he needs to step it up. He can deliver in this version of cars. Clean weekend needed. We'll see, and hopefully, fingers crossed, he will pull that off and, keep himself and Ferrari in this hunt for this year's championship come race day. And where do I expect them to finish? In third place, I think it'll be Charles Leclerc. Kimi Antonelli will be flying, and I've got him for second place, but I think it'll be another win for Lewis Hamilton after a brilliant win in Barcelona. Expect him to bounce back. My dark horse for this weekend has got to be Max Verstappen. You can never count him out. Cars to do well this weekend, and I think the Alpines will go well around Hungary. They tend to pull off a result here, so watch out for them as the ones to watch. Ones to flop, I'm tempted to go back with Williams, but I think it'll be the Haas team this weekend. Expect them to go backwards. And potentially also the Aston Martin team as well. I don't think their upgrades will be significant enough to see them move and even get out of Q3. And I think that'll be a huge disappointment. They've bought no upgrades all season. They've counted to just bring one big one. It's arriving here in Hungary. The engine power will come in Dutch, but engine performance is strong, but it's not such a significant deal breaker here in Hungary, so you can still pull off a decent race weekend without having the strongest engine. They just need their aero package to work, so watch out for them as well. But yeah, that's the preview. Get in the comments, who have you got for your pole position and your top 3 come Sunday, and who's got the most pressure. Get in the comments going into this weekend. Get in the comments. If you're new, like I said, if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you're new, please subscribe. And what have I got completely wrong? What have I got absolutely bang on? Is Ferrari going to be the team to beat? Can Kimi Antonelli snatch victory from Ferrari's jaws? Max Verstappen is an absolute master. Never count him out. We'll find out soon enough. Join me for the watch along on Saturday and Sunday. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching.